Draymond Green, after the loss last night, Warriors lose their 9th straight road game. They've had an 8-game road losing streak. Now they have a 9-game road losing streak. The longest in Steve Kerr's career, of course. And just don't know when those road woes are going to go away. But I was encouraged with the intensity by the Warriors last night. They did play with a lot of intensity, a lot of intent. But you know what? You're down guys. You're playing a Clippers team that are title contenders. They are. Kawhi Leonard's playing out of his mind right now. He is back, folks. Kawhi Leonard's a problem. Paul George played off of Kawhi. I thought Russell Westbrook found his lane yesterday. When Westbrook plays like that down the stretch for the Clippers, they're going to be tough to beat. Marcus Morris Sr.'s cooked. He's a goon. They went in. Speaking of Draymond Green, Russell Westbrook they targeted Draymond at the end of the first half. They knew he was on full tilt. They knew he was on edge. Russell Westbrook chipped him. Yeah. It should have been a loose ball foul on Russell Westbrook. Draymond went to the ref. He gets the tech. Yeah, no doubt.
But Draymond was complaining.
He was complaining.
The whole game.
That's why I'm saying, Shasky, they knew he was on edge.
Yes.
So they put him over the top. Yes. He gets the technical at 16th. He'll be popped for the Atlanta game. We won't see him in ATL eating lemon chicken wings at Magic City. That won't be happening. And then Marcus Morris Sr. tried to bait Draymond Green as well, and he gets ejected from the game. So,
here's an interesting text.
It's tough.
Here's an interesting text from a 510. Man, I'm going to miss this team when the dynasty over. Andre's injury means the time is near. Okay. In name value alone, people respect Andre Iguodala and his resume and everything he's did. For this year's version, Andre Iguodala is not making or breaking this year's team. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Straight up. Lamb and what's the other guy's name? Ty Jerome have had more of an impact on winning and losing this year infinitely than Andre Iguodala. The Andre Iguodala, from a spirit standpoint, it stinks. But in terms of do their title chances, it doesn't move their title chances one way or the other at all. And that's not me ripping him. That is the reality of where he's at in his career. I'm sorry.
Doubt. No, it's not.
It's name value only.
But however, you could have used him last night. When you don't have Gary Payton II and you don't have Andrew Wiggins.
But this is why you need to sign Lamb now and put him on the roster.
But honestly, in a game like last night, you need Iguodala's physicality. You need his length. You need his ball handling. You need him to settle things down in that second unit. Because Jordan Poole at times got erratic. I thought Jordan Poole was very controlled in the first half. At the end of the third quarter, he lost his way. He started over-dribbling. He started slipping. He started getting goofy. And then early in the fourth quarter, Steve Kerr had to pull him. After the Terrence Mann offensive foul. You can't do that in the backcourt when you have a possession. No. You give up a possession like that, Clippers are rolling. That's where Iguodala comes in the game last night. I do agree with you. This year, if you're counting on Iguodala, you're not going to win many things, right? You're not. But last night, when you're shorthanded, I need Iguodala. I need his mind out there.
Yeah, but Bonte, you're going off of the old... I'm
going off of this year, Shasky. I'm going off of right now.
He's played 100 minutes.
He was solid in the Phoenix game. He was solid. He was okay. But I'm saying, when you're shorthanded, Beckers can't be choosers.
I agree with that.
He's on the roster. I need him for 14 minutes.
But he can't give it to you. And that's kind of been my argument all year.
I agree he can't give it to you, but damn it, last night I need somebody to settle down things.
And this goes back to, roster construction and allowing Andre Iguodala to soak up a spot all year, and they tried to manage the minutes, and it was the most predictable thing. I'm not rooting for this. I'm saying, everyone saw this coming. Everyone saw this coming, that he was going to either not be able to make it through or not have a big impact. And yet we're going to complain about, PBJ hasn't given them much input. They could have used that veteran spot and filled it. Now, I think you have to either get someone who's a free agent or whatever, a buyout, or you have to sign Lamb. You've got to use that spot.
Well, you've got to do that. And look, is Lamb changing things last night?
Probably not, but he's a body.
But I just don't need a body. I need somebody who could be impactful. I just don't need a body. I need somebody who can be an impact on the game.
But at this point in the season,
just playing guys just to play them.
But they don't have Wiggins. They don't have GP2. They need bodies. That's how dire the situation is.
You need bodies. You had bodies last night. You had a couple bodies. This is where you go back to the beginning of the season. Kuminga only playing 18 minutes. Moses Moody played only 10.
I'm with you.
Moses Moody should have been further along at this point of the season.
I agree.
That's where if you want to, I'll listen to you about Moses Moody.
I agree with you.
Anthony Lamb, he's a two-way guy. It's the reason why he's a two-way guy.
I sounded sane. I'm not saying that like Anthony Lamb is making or breaking them, but they do need like 7 minutes of a guy who could just crash into somebody.
Or I could use 7 more minutes of Moody.
Or that. To me, Moody feels like in Kerr's pecking order. I'm just going off of how Kerr views it. Moody's down here and Anthony Lamb's in the middle. Like, that's how he views it. And so that's why I'm saying, might as well sign him, because if the coach isn't going to trust the young player, we'll give him a body that he will trust. Like, we're too late in the season.
Again, I know they lose last night, but I'm not as frustrated about the loss. I had this penciled in as a loss coming into the road trip. I'm encouraged by the offense. I'm encouraged by Stephen Curry. He looks phenomenal.
Offense is stagnant outside of Curry.
He looks phenomenal. They missed a lot of open shots early in that basketball
and they couldn't finish at the rim.
They couldn't finish at the rim, so they got a lot of good looks. Hell, they scored 126 last night.
Yeah, but they gave up 140.
Yeah, well, that's the problem.
I mean, like,
that's the problem.
Teams will allow you to score. Like, I think that the offensive numbers have been jaded because teams have a lead, and they're like, yeah, I'll give you that.
They get great looks. They dropped 28 assists. They shot 56% from the floor. 56%.
But is their situational IQ and execution good enough? Because I don't think it is offensively.
No, I do.
Okay.
I think it's defense is the problem. Defensively, you're not getting into guys. Defensively, you're allowing guys to dribble into shots. Defensively, you're blowing assignments left and right. Defensively, you're allowing corner threes to be wide open. Wide open. That's what the problem is. Again, you go into the fourth quarter, you're cooking. The Warriors, hell, their last 3 quarters, they scored 35, 35, 33. It was an offensive shootout.
Yeah,
Can you get a stop?
No, I agree on the defensive stops. I think that the offense and defense are connected, though. I don't think they're isolated. Like, well, we're great on offense, we're good, and we're not so good on defense. Like, I do think part of their offensive struggles have fueled their lack of defense, and vice versa. So I don't know. The Draymond thing is interesting, though. This technical. Now he's going to miss the game in Atlanta. Yep. It's automatic. It's locked in. And I remember when he was at the podium last week with Dylan Brooks, and he said this, and I laughed in real time, and everyone's like, "No, he can't control himself." Listen to what he said last week. Regarding technicals.
Like, bait me like he gets baited. I get technical fouls when I want to get a technical foul. I don't get baited into technical fouls. And so I think that's probably the difference in between me and him. If I do that to him, it'd be a double tech because he'd respond. But it's not a double tech because I didn't respond, So one of us are baitable, one of us aren't. And that's just kind of how it goes.
And last night, I felt like Morris baited him into that situation.
Westbrook did too by chipping him, and it should have been an offensive foul. Again, the referees were consistent, but I told you guys all season long, you got to throw the referees at the point. They've never been worse. Somebody said this. Sirius XM, I forgot where I heard it.
What?
The referees, maybe, was it Brian Windhorst? I don't.
Scalabrini?
Somebody said something. Okay. A prominent name. They were just like
prominent name X.
Yeah, hey, prominent name X. Whoever.
We're doing algebra.
Yeah, I hated algebra.
I did too.
It's whatever. They've never been worse. I know that. So take control. The Warriors' defense. Again, this is why I get frustrated with the defense. I don't think offense is a problem. The second chance points again, 27-11. Offensive rebounding. That's defense. Box it out. Grabbing rebounds, hustling. The Clippers, 16-7 when it comes to offensive boards. Right. Going to the rack and getting foul calls. Again, Clippers go to the line 32 times, the Warriors only 15. Now, you want to say the referee's job, the Warriors? Okay, but you got to be physical. When you're a jump shooting team, referee's not going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Well, but I understand this whole jump. The whole league is a jump shooting team.
Yeah, but some guys go to the bat. The Warriors do not go to the basket.
I agree with that.
They do not.
But you get where I'm going. It just feels like they do get hacked a lot and they don't get a lot of calls.
The Clippers made the adjustment.
No, they did.
Just like Oklahoma City did last Monday. Out in Oklahoma City, they said, you know what? We made a lot of threes in the first half. Let's go to the free throw line, and let's go get easy buckets. And what does that do, Shasky? It allows you to set your defense up. It allows you to lock in defensively. If you want to double Steph, go double him. If you want to blitz the pick and roll, go blitz it. If you want to blitz Stephen Curry coming off the screens, you can do that. The Warriors don't play any damn defense.
No.
So you want to talk about connection? How about you connect the rebound? Connect the rebound and box out. Connect that.
Are we past the flip the spread type of stuff? Are we past that?
Let us flip the spread.
I don't know. I just want to see Kerr explode at some point. Guys, come on.
What is that going to do? These guys are grown-ass men making millions of dollars.
I know.